morning, everyone. This is Tuesday, March the 14th. Pretty rainy out there for everyone. This is what your morning commute may look like if you haven't already left home as you're headed out the door. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. I'm Brandy Cummings.
And I'm Mike Cherry. It is a weather alert day, and we have team coverage for you this morning. Brian Hickey is keeping an eye on the slick roads out there. Mike DeSalle has a closer look at the conditions out in West Sacramento. But first, let's get to Heather Wald.
Yeah, she has a look at just how long we're going to see this rain today, Heather.
Yeah, and all morning long, the story really has been about the rain. But over the last hour or two, the wind is starting to become more of a factor for the valley and into the foothills. But let's start with the rain here. This big shield has been moving across Northern California since about midnight last night. And we're actually starting to see the back edge of that rainfall now moving onshore. So in a couple of hours, we'll see this steady rain kind of devolve into some more on and off showers through the rest of the day. But as for right now, the heaviest rainfall rates in the northern Sacramento Valley around Yuba City up towards Grass Valley, Meadow Vista. The areas in the foothills where we're expecting to see those rainfall totals in the range of about 2 to 4 inches. In the valley, we're talking 1 to 2 inches at the most. Farther to the south, Arnold, Sonora in those heavier rainfall rates as well. Seeing some gaps in the wet weather, though, around Stockton into Tracy. At least that's what the radar is picking up on. Keep in mind, even if the rain does stop, the roads are certainly still going to be wet all day long. But watch Futurecast here. As we go through the next couple of hours, this is at about 2 p.m., we start to see some substantial breaks in the rain. That's going to give the wind sort of a window of opportunity to ramp up, especially if we also start to get some breaks in the clouds, which are being indicated as well. But look at downtown Sacramento here and pay attention to the water droplets on the lens. Let's see if one of these moves. Over time here, some of these have been kind of getting blown across the lens by the wind, a sign that that has certainly increased. And look at that. Gusting over 40 miles per hour in Sacramento and Stockton. Not quite as breezy in Modesto, but as you head from I-5 over to 49, that's where we're going to see the strongest of the wind gusts today. Futurecast showing those winds potentially peaking around 50 mile per hour gusts from Marysville down to Valley Springs for a couple of hours. That would be this afternoon. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Heather. And as you just mentioned, we're seeing the wind picking up and that rain is really coming down.
KCR3's Mike DeSalle is in West Sacramento now, and he has been out there live all morning. Mike, how have things changed where you've been?
Well, the best way to answer that is to say to Heather, so you're telling me the wind gusts are going to get worse? We are standing here in West Sacramento along the Sacramento River. This is one spot where there is no protection from those gusty winds this morning. You can see the high water level here along the river. That's no surprise given all the rain we've had. But boy, this is just one spot where if you want to come out and feel what it's like to be a sponge, come on out here to the West Pier, because it's a spot you can stand unprotected over the river in this rain and feel the wind push the rain sideways through whatever rain gear you have. And that is us right now. In fact, we finally have to call Uncle this morning, Mike and Brandy, because our camera has finally become, the camera lens has gotten water in it now. It is starting to suffer some of the gremlins that come with the weather just defeating the electronics we have this morning. So it's just a live look at what the conditions are like outside. They promised it was going to be wet and windy. I can tell you from personal experience where we are right now here in West Sacramento, it is wet and it is windy, and we are finally throwing in the towel to try and dry off this camera. Live in West Sacramento, Mike DeSalle, KCRA 3 News.
Appreciate your reporting, Brian.
Yeah, we'll take a look out there. This is a much drier look from the camera here at Highway 50 and Watt Avenue. You can see the rain coming up from behind the vehicles there. That is going to be your westbound ride, where speed's starting to pick back up. We had some reports of speeds down to around 30 miles per hour from Watt Avenue all the way into the Business 80 area, but things starting to speed up a little bit. But you don't want to go too fast with those wet roads out there, because we have had some spin outs across the area. A little bit of slowing coming in through the Business 80 as you make your way from the split down into downtown Sacramento as well. But again, no major crashes, just a little congestion in the morning commute and the rain. I-5 looking good, 99, no delays there. And as we head out across the causeway, that wind that's starting to pick up that you saw Mike getting blown around in, that's going to be an issue for some of you in high-profile vehicles. I-505 to northbound 5, we have a big rig that went off the roadway there. No incident or no suggestion of why that happened, but there is a big rig off on the shoulder, stuck in the mud, and they are sending a tow truck out to that. So just watch out for that area if that's part of your morning ride. And then as we go through Stockton right now, northbound 99, another vehicle over on the shoulder there right at the Highway 88 Waterloo Road off-ramp for a collision there. through Sacramento. It's an 11-minute ride out of Elk Grove on I-5, 99, a 12-minute ride westbound 80, 10 minutes if you're coming down to the Split. And it happened up in the Sierra. We now have chain controls on all of our mountain passes, Interstate 80 from Nyack to the Donner Lake interchange. And now I'll give you a quick look here at Twin Bridges, where we had rain most of the morning, starting to see snow, and they're now requiring chains from Twin Bridges to Myers. Back to you.
Brian, thanks so much. The Amador County Sheriff's Office is asking those living in some parts of the county to be ready to evacuate now. The county says heavy rain could trigger an evacuation warning for people living near creeks and rivers. That list includes parts of Jackson, Sutter Creek, Ione, and Amador County. On Highway 88, that's east of Jackson, to Privets Holly Road. They say residents should have a plan before the warning. And just moments ago, the Plumas County Sheriff's Office issued a flood warning for the Middle Fork of the Feather River. This covers an area that includes Portola and from Beckworth to Clio. Right now, it's just a warning, not an order, so residents in those areas do need to start preparing now.
And in Stanislaus County, a evacuation warning has been issued in rural Patterson and Grayson areas. Both sit along the San Joaquin River. This is because of the high levels of water the river has been accumulating. This morning, we're joined by Raj Singh with the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Office to talk about what emergency services there are watching out for today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Mike.
So where exactly
right
are
now
you?
it's
Sorry, where exactly are you right now? And I got to imagine this is an all hands on deck situation for your staffing department today.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been monitoring the San Joaquin River, and what we're looking at on the forecast is, it might not be impacted today, but we're looking at the next several days where the water is supposed to reach up to flood stage. So the impacts of the San Joaquin River are going to last us for a couple of weeks. So we've been pre-staging sandbags, helping residents pick up sandbags. Our deputies been out giving notices to those in the evacuated warning areas, letting you know what's going on, what the forecast is, and how to stay informed and be ready to go if the evacuation goes from a warning to an order. So that's the things we've been doing and kind of what we've been monitoring with the San Joaquin River.
Yeah, we know that the evacuation warnings are in effect for some of those folks along the San Joaquin River. Have you been able to confirm whether or not everyone who might need to evacuate are prepared, or maybe they've even left the area already?
We have talked to every single person or property owner in that area. Some folks have decided to leave, some are deciding to stay. They are monitoring it. And the nice thing is a lot of people are aware what to look for their own personal well-being, so they know at what point that it's time for them to leave. So we're just trying to provide all the resources, make sure that people have transportation to get out, get to the shelters as needed and when it's needed.
Now, as you mentioned, it's a warning right now. It's not exactly an order, but when that order, if it does kick in, what is a time frame for folks to reasonably have for themselves to be able to get themselves out of harm's way?
We like to give them about 24 hours. So, the nice thing with the San Joaquin River is we get a lot of heads up, a lot of warning, because it's the flows and the water that's coming from the southern counties, Merced, Madera, Fresno. So, and that's one thing that we really have to inform people. Just because the rain stops, there is still a threat with the San Joaquin River. We're looking at the San Joaquin's going to supposed to reach flood stage by Thursday or Friday when the rains are really light or even no rain. So we really want to inform people that just because the rain stops, there's still a threat and a concern with the San Joaquin River.
So when it comes to preparation, what are you asking folks to have on hand right now? Is there still time to go ahead and load up some sandbags and even place them down along their property if need be?
Yeah, definitely still time to put sandbags in place, protect your property. As far as getting your own stuff ready, medications, important documents, some basic supplies to basically be ready to be self-sufficient for about 72 hours is what we're asking people to have with them. So if the evacuation order does come in place, it's simply just gathering your stuff within a few minutes, getting in your car, and safely evacuating the area.
All right, we'll get you on this. Heaven forbid anybody actually does need to be rescued, but if they should find themselves in a situation that they might need some help from outside of their home, what is a recommendation for folks who might find themselves in trouble?
What we recommend, one is obviously call 911. Let us know what the emergency is, if it's water coming in or if they're trapped or whatever the case is. And then, have the specific information of where they're at and how we can get to them. Whether it's, a large property, their address is clearly written. That rural part of Stanislaus County, the western side, some of the houses are kind of sparsely located and in the middle of fields and orchards. So it's really important for us to know exactly where we're going. We do have rescue crews with boats on standby throughout the county to respond to those types of emergencies as needed.
Yeah, but of course, if you find yourself in trouble, you have to assume that you're not the only person in trouble. And of course, it might take a little while for those crews to arrive. Raj Singh, thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sacramento County, meanwhile, is offering sandbags for people who live there who thinks their homes may be at risk of flooding. Here is a map of the locations where you can pick up those bags. There are 5 different spots. They are self-serve, so bags are available and you do have to have your own shovel to get the sand.
And our weather coverage continues around the clock on the KCRA3 app. Just make sure to sign up for those severe weather alerts. You can track the rain and snow and zoom into your neighborhood with our interactive radar.